Welcome to Grounds for Discussion
and Title Talk,
where we bring together closing, processing, real estate,
and coffee, of course.
Whether you're a buyer, seller, agent, or fellow industry professional, join us as we unpack the processes that make real estate deals happen. Hi, I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Barbie.
And today we have the exquisitely stylish Joshua, aka Josh Duda.
Yay!
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
That's quite the intro.
Exquisitely styled. I love it. Well, I mean, sharp dressed man, right?
Yes.
He walked in, and I was like, "Wowie!"
And then
show us.
It's got my name.
Joshua.
All my seats have my name in them.
Yes.
Do you guys ever watch Friends where Rachel says Joshua?
I haven't
She dated
seen
the
that,
boy
no.
named Joshua, and she
Yes.
always said Joshua. Anywho,
I like that we did that
welcome.
in sequence. So I am the type of person that when I read somebody's name, I read, and that's how I address them. So in your emails, it's Joshua Duda. But really, what do you normally go by?
I normally go by Josh.
Josh, okay.
And I was like, when she said, we have Joshua today, and I'm like, who's Joshua? Because I know him by Josh. Which seems like it's a stretch. But anyways.
But I always, in his emails, so
Yeah.
So
tell us about Joshua.
What would you like to know?
Well, how long you been in the biz?
See, I've been a mortgage lender since I was 22 and I'm 45, so 23 years now.
Wow.
Here in Springfield.
that's
yeah.
The
impressive.
whole time in Springfield?
Yep, whole time in
Are
Springfield.
you a born and raised boy here?
No,
Where are you
no.
from originally?
All over. Originally born in Maine.
Okay.
Bangor, Maine.
Bangor?
Maine.
And then my parents are missionaries, so I moved to Costa Rica for a year and a half to learn Spanish.
Oh, wow.
And then I grew up
amazing.
in Ecuador, and then I came here to go to college and went to Angel.
Well, that is exactly what I wanted. That's where I was headed with it. Tell us about Joshua. Who knew, right? Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did you bring us to drink today?
It's coffee.
And I'm so excited about it.
It's just plain black coffee.
Dark roasted.
Dark roast
Actually,
black coffee.
it isn't. Is
It
it?
isn't?
It's. I think it's medium, right?
It's a medium or something like that.
Medium, but you normally like
Yes.
a darker,
I like coffee that tastes like coffee.
so just the manly coffee.
He hits up our espresso. He's one
He
of
does.
the 3 or 4 people that hits up our espresso
I
machine.
do love
Yeah.
the espressos. Thanks. Whoever put those in the Hogans.
Woo!
Thanks
Yeah.
for feeding the habit.
All right, so
Yes.
here we go down
Here we
the
go.
hatch. Black
Okay.
coffee. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
It's black. You love it.
It tastes like coffee.
It does, and actually, it's not terrible.
Mission accomplished.
It's not, no.
Black coffee. It's not. It's smoother than I normally. Normally, it's Starbucks is like really bitter, but this is not bad.
No, it's not.
Not bad at
bad.
all.
Not bad at all. So we have all kinds of questions for you today.
Cool.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Ready to go.
So Flat Branch is the company that you work for, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Correct.
We're Flat
And how
Branch.
long have you been with Flat Branch?
Been with Flat Branch Home Loans like 5.5 years
Mm-hmm.
now.
Okay.
So I have heard people talk about buy-downs. I want to have you explain what a buy-down means.
So like there's several different types of buy downs. The one I probably like the most, or my favorite one, or the one we're going to talk about, is a 2-1 buy down.
Love it.
So let's just say current market interest rate today is 6.5% on a 30-year fixed mortgage. If you do a 2-1 buy down, which it has to be funded by the seller, we'll just make it part of the contract. For the first year for the borrower, so if it's at 6.5 on the first year, or your full rate was 6.5 the first year, it's 4.5. So it's 2% lower. Second year it goes to 5.5, so it's 1% lower. Hence the 2-1 buy down. The third year would go to the 6.5 or whatever it was, when we locked your loan.
However, in the meantime, if interest rates drop,
Yeah.
can you can refinance
Oh,
or
sure.
cannot with that one?
Yeah, there's no prepayment penalty. There's no reason not to refinance if the rates go down enough. Whoa, hey. Almost
Almost
lost
a
my
coffee fiasco.
Almost a disaster.
That was a disaster.
No. You can refinance whenever you want. There's no
Okay.
penalty. So basically, the way to conceptualize it or to try to make it easy is we take that money from the seller, we stick it in an account, and that first 12 months when the payment's 2% lower, we take a little bit out of that account from the seller and we make the payment whole. So there's no negative amortization. It's like you're making
Okay.
a full
Oh,
payment.
Okay.
okay.
So we just keep taking out of this little bucket here, right? So let's say you want to refinance and you haven't gone the full 2 years
Right,
yet. We'll
okay.
just give you the rest of your bucket. We'll just take it off your loan.
Okay.
So you don't
wow.
lose it. There's
Yeah.
really, it's a
Because that was going to be my
win-win-win.
next question.
Win-win-win.
So when you say from the seller, you mean like a seller credit?
Correct.
Okay.
In the form of a seller credit. It's different on every loan. It depends on how much you put down. You can do it on conventional loans, VA loans, FHA loans, USDA loans. You can do the 2-1 buy downs. It's different on every loan, but it's usually between 2 and 2.5%
Okay.
of what the purchase price
That would be
Interesting.
huge for people right now.
Yes.
affordability.
With 6.5% and 7% interest.
Right.
Yeah.
Real estate's expensive. Rates are high.
Right.
Insurance is high. I mean, everything's
Yes.
from an affordability perspective. It's not good.
Right.
So if we can get you in there and make your payment 2% lower on the interest rate the first year and the second year, give you a chance maybe for rates to come back down, refinance, get something
Yeah.
that's more fits better with your budget. Because
Yeah.
it seems like a lot of people, especially my first-time home buyers, they're stretching right now.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really,
Yeah.
really hard. I feel bad for them.
Well-
Yeah, those $250,000 houses, $240,000 houses are, the payments are
Yeah.
like they don't match. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
really hard for
And,
first
it,
timers.
and it's a nice way for those buyers to get into their home and not have to rent or get into their dream home.
You're still
and
building
not
equity.
breaking the bank and still and then waiting. Then they're able to wait for the interest rates to go down, refinance, and get them to where they want to be. So they're not sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting on the market that may or may not change. And then
Right.
the market may change, and then you don't have a house, and then it's like a lot of back and forth.
Correct.
So, what other programs do you love to tell people about Flat Branch?
Flat Branch has got some really cool things. I think my favorite one right now is called Flex Funds. Something specific to Flat Branch called Flex Funds. So you have to be a first-time home buyer.
Okay.
Okay.
Has to be a conventional loan. You could do 3% down or 5% down. Have to be 80% of the area median income. So qualify for one of these loans. You can't be high income. You have
Okay.
to be below the median income, which I believe in our area the median income's like 84,000.
Oh, okay.
Right in that area.
Okay.
So if you're 80% of the AMI, you're a first-time home buyer, you can qualify for this loan. We have free money for you.
Free money.
Free money.
Woo! And
So it's 2%.
Wait a minute.
sorry.
I need you to do that again.
Free money.
There you go.
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
I don't
from
know
Barbie
if that was
today.
a trumpet or one of those air horns. You know what I mean? Like that.
Sounds like something here at a basketball game.
Exactly, the air horns. I was like, or it came out a little trumpety. Sorry, I think it was supposed to be an air horn.
Dramatic effect.
Okay.
But yeah, free money.
So the Flex Funds, there's no strings attached. It's literally free money from Flat Branch that we credit you at closing towards either more of your down payment or your closing cost. It's up to $4,000. So 2% of the purchase price up to $4,000.
Okay.
Free money from Flat Branch.
I won't do it again.
I'm
Sorry.
using it just as much and as often as I can because these first-time home buyers, they need
They need it.
They need
yeah.
it.
That's
And then
awesome.
the question again is, how long do they have to hold that loan?
no determined amount of time. I mean, technically, if you read your Missouri deed of trust, it says you're supposed to live there for a year, but that's,
Yeah.
you know, something
Yes.
happens, you move, you get promoted, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep it for a predetermined amount of time.
Yeah.
Flex funds are free money, no recapture,
Yeah.
no taxes, no just.
So in a year they can
Free.
refinance.
Sure, absolutely,
Like that.
absolutely.
Yeah, they're not stuck in a interest rate necessarily.
Nope.
Got it.
No,
Okay.
no prepayment penalty
Yeah.
on that either. So yeah, it's just free money.
We love that.
I know.
And then community champions.
It's more free money. We're hitting on all the hot topics here.
Hey, Flat Branch just doling it out.
Giving it out, rich free funds.
Love it.
Community champions it's something special that we do to help people in our community that, you know, keep us safe. So you got anybody that works at the police department, anybody that works at the fire department.
And it doesn't have to be a police officer or a fire
No.
department, right?
It could be a dispatcher, it could be the janitor, it could be anybody that works public school K through 12. It's for also active duty veterans. So if you're in the military, you're a community champion. First responders, EMTs, so police, fire, teachers, anybody that works at the school. first responders and veterans.
Medical field?
Remember.
We don't do medical field. We did during COVID, and I'm glad you brought that up. So during COVID, we expanded our community champions to include anybody that worked at any type of medical field.
Okay.
Oh,
You
okay.
could be in the lab, you could be, you know,
Anybody that
at the
works at the
pharmacy,
hospital.
anything, you know, anybody. So we during COVID, we did open that up. But our community champion now is for those people that if they're borrowing over $150,000, it's a $900 lender credit. So
Okay.
Nice.
again, free money, $900 to the
Love
people
it.
in our
Yeah.
community who are taking care of
That's
us and our
amazing.
children and
Yes.
doing all the important things to keep our community good. Those are our champions.
That is
Love
amazing.
it.
I
Love
love
it.
that.
Well, is there anything you'd like to end with us today? Like anything interesting or funny or crazy that has happened to you in all your 23 years?
Oh, that's putting me on this.
Like
That's what she likes to do.
Yeah, I like to do that. Like I need something.
I typically don't do stuff like this. You don't see me out and
Out
about
there.
or at the events and things like that. I'm typically in my office working on home loans,
Oh, such a hard worker.
but I do like going to all my closings if I can.
Love that. I think
That's how I get to interact with you.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how we got to meet you.
That's how I get
Yeah.
your steal your coffee.
Exactly.
I love going to my closings because to me, watching them sign their name 50 times,
Yeah.
you know,
Literally.
really brings it home. You just bought a house here.
Yeah.
You just went in debt
Yeah.
with us.
And it's, you know, it's a triumphant moment. You know, some people work years and years and years
Right.
to get to this table.
Yeah,
to
it all
sign this
culminates. It all culminates in that moment.
document. So I
Yes.
like being there for that. I really like your pins, so we can take pictures
Yes.
with those because it is for some of these people,
big
this
deal.
is the biggest event of their life.
Yes. Yeah.
And to be part of that, and it's special.
Yes.
I love
So
And I love that you come to closings because not all loan officers do.
No.
You know, and it's nice being able to put a face with an email and showing your clients that you're
The
there
support.
for them and the support and that you just didn't do the loan, so then you're out of here.
Right.
during COVID, you guys didn't want me here.
Yes, it was a whole deal at COVID, like,
But-
you know.
Want
We
is
were
not the
so
word.
busy.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
think I could have.
Right.
Been here.
Because, you know, it was nonstop. And I'm not advocating for going back to that.
Yeah.
But it was nice when it slowed down a little bit when you come back out to closings.
A little,
and see
little-
everybody
yeah,
and interact.
a little
Yes.
less crazy.
It was
Yes.
fun. It's fun.
Well, thank you for coming and
Hey,
hanging
thanks
out
for
with
having
us
me.
We know you're
today.
busy, and we
Thanks for
appreciate
coffee.
you
Yes.
taking time out of your day to pop in and have a conversation with us. We really appreciate it.
Hey,
Yes.
my
I
pleasure.
want to say, I think this podcast is the most I've laughed out of any podcast because I enjoy that. I love
know,
that.
It's fun. It's fun
whimsical.
meeting people.
It's whimsical. I love it.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.